You send a payment every single month, but the balance stays the same. You put in the work, but you can't inch forward. Credit card companies build their business models on this exact dynamic. They rely on revolvers, customers who carry a balance month to month and pay only the minimum amount due. This minimum payment is a tool designed to keep your account in good standing without significantly reducing the principal. It is usually calculated as roughly 5. Permanent recovery requires sequencing structural defenses and behavioral changes in a specific order. The first phase of defense begins with cash flow. You cannot reduce debt effectively while still relying on credit cards for daily living expenses. A zero-based budget tracks your cash flow weekly. It identifies discretionary spending leaks and ensures every dollar you earn has a specific job before the month begins. This approach requires a high upfront time investment. It also forces you to confront your spending habits directly, which can be an uncomfortable process. This chart outlines the 3 tiers of a cash buffer. First, save $1,000 immediately. Second, save enough to cover 1 month of rent and food. Third, build a full 3 to 6 month reserve. Holding cash in an emergency fund means you are delaying debt payments and paying slightly more in interest. However, that cash physically prevents you from swiping a card for an unexpected car repair, resulting in 0 new debt added. Without this structural foundation, even the best debt payoff strategy will collapse when the next unexpected expense hits. Once your cash flow is stable, you move to the second phase, choosing a repayment engine to eliminate your existing balances. The debt avalanche method targets the balance with the highest interest rate first. This approach is designed to mathematically minimize the total interest you pay over time. The debt snowball method targets the smallest balance first, regardless of the interest rate. The goal here is psychological. Closing accounts quickly provides the momentum needed to keep going. This side-by-side comparison from a LendingTree study tested both methods on a consumer with $102,000 in debt. Over nearly 5 years, the difference in total interest paid was just $29. While the snowball method technically costs a few extra dollars, the quick psychological victories help prevent burnout. For many, that momentum is more valuable than the minor savings offered by the Avalanche method. For the average debt load, the act of closing accounts and seeing balances disappear is a more effective motivator than pure mathematical optimization. In some scenarios, interest rates are too high and income is too low to make any progress. Your first option for escalation is negotiation. You call your credit card issuers directly to request a lower annual percentage rate. This tactic requires leverage. Issuers generally only lower rates for customers with a history of on-time payments, and they often reject requests if you are already delinquent. If negotiation fails, you can enroll in a debt management plan through a nonprofit credit counselor. This diagram shows how these plans function. A nonprofit counselor consolidates your payments and works with lenders to drop interest rates from over 20% to about 8%. This intervention comes with a cost. Your accounts are typically closed and locked, which restricts your access to new credit while you are in the program. When interest rates make it impossible to out-earn your debt, sacrificing credit access is the necessary trade-off to stop interest from compounding. Choosing a path depends on your current situation. The first question is, are you currently relying on credit cards for daily expenses? If yes, focus exclusively on your foundation. You need to start budgeting and building your emergency fund before attacking the debt principal. For this situation, the security of a cash buffer is worth delaying aggressive debt payments. If you are not relying on credit for daily expenses, consider your motivation. If you have high discipline and stable income, the Avalanche method is your best fit. In cases with very large balances and high interest rates, the Avalanche method can save you thousands of dollars over time. If you are making minimum payments but feel stuck, or if you are missing payments entirely, you need a different approach. Use the snowball method to build psychological momentum. If your minimum payments have already become impossible to manage, seek nonprofit counseling immediately. It takes time to untwist these strands. Ending the credit card debt cycle is a matter of endurance. The most effective payoff method is the one that aligns with your behavior enough to reach a zero balance.